Welcome to another installment of the Tourism Hub podcast, coming to you with only one intention and one intention only: to inspire and ignite excellence in your warm tourism hearts. I'm your host, Despina Karatzias, and today we're deep diving into the evolving experience economy in Australia and New Zealand. And together we'll explore a compelling report I stumbled on this week by Arrival, spelt with one R in case you're Googling. The report is titled Outlook for Experiences in Australia and New Zealand, and it's filled with data revealing trends, challenges and opportunity for the tourism experience makers of our industry. I must say, this year is my year of research and reading as I come to the final pointy stages of submitting my thesis paper. And as someone as passionate about travel and tourism, this topic struck a chord. I'll soon be sharing my own findings once, of course, I know they're decent and passable. But today we'll focus on this fascinating research and the insights from Arrival and reflect on what these findings mean for us as businesses across the region. All right, here's the plan for today. We'll break down the data and pull meaningful takeaways. I know reports like this can feel a bit overwhelming, but don't worry, I've got you covered. And I'm going to chunk down everything into bite-sized sections to make it easy to follow. So here's how we're going to roll. First up, why this topic matters. We'll explore why the experience economy is more important than ever. Then we'll unpack the Arrival research and explore the key insights from this comprehensive report that's been put out by the team. Kudos to the Arrival team. After that, we'll look at the key findings and market structure, who's driving the market and what the numbers are saying about business size and performance. And next, we'll check out business performance post-pandemic, where operators are excelling, where they're still struggling, and what challenges are remaining. We'll also cover marketing strategies that have worked, exploring what's driving bookings and keeping businesses afloat in this digital-first era. Then we'll get into the impact of booking software, how tech is transforming tourism operations and helping businesses run smoother today than they were yesterday. We'll also touch on the decline of small tourism businesses with some sobering insights from another report that was brought out by Austrade, showing the challenges and small operators that they're facing in Australia. And finally, we'll wrap things up with key takeaways and actions, clear steps on what we can do, what we can avoid, and what we can change to move forward confidently. So grab a coffee or a tea or a cold drink, sit back, let's unpack this research together to see where it takes us. So let's start with why. Why does this topic matter? The experience economy in Australia and New Zealand plays a pivotal role in tourism as visitors to our state capitals, territories and regions increasingly seek meaningful, immersive activities. From adventure tours to cultural immersion and local experiences, these offerings reflect the unique essence of each region. Yet the post-pandemic landscape has been uneven. Operators focusing on local and domestic tourism have seen quicker rebounds, but some dependent on international visitation are still feeling the impact. With consumer preference also shifting towards mobile and online bookings, the ability to adapt to these new trends has never been more critical. So beyond Arrival's findings, Austrade's latest report paints a stark picture of the industry, showing business closures, particularly amongst small tourism operators. So it's more important than ever to decode these insights and understand how to thrive moving forward. Now let's try and unpack this Arrival research. Arrival's research was conducted between November 23 and February 24 this year and surveyed 318 operators across Australia and New Zealand. Were you one of them? Let me know. The study highlights several critical areas, including online sales trends, a growing reliance on digital channels, booking software adoption, how technology is shaping the way businesses operate, Marketing strategies, the platforms and tools that drive visibility and bookings, and pricing models, the gradual but essential shift towards dynamic pricing, which is normally happening in hotel land, but there are clear benefits for operators to also look at ways to adapt to dynamic pricing. If you're asking yourself, what is she talking about? Dynamic pricing? Let me attempt to explain. Now, dynamic pricing is strategy where prices adjust in real time based on factors like demand, availability, time of booking, and market conditions. This model has been highly influential in the accommodation sector, where hotels and short-term rentals use it to examine revenue by charging higher rates during peak seasons, weekends, or major events, while offering lower prices during off-peak periods to attract bookings. The key benefit lies in balancing supply and demand, ensuring that businesses don't miss revenue opportunities when demand surges. For experienced providers, adopting dynamic pricing can have similar advantages, allowing them to boost profitability during busy times such as holidays or weekends, and incentivizing visitors to book during quieter periods with discounts, for example. This flexibility helps not only to increase revenue, but also to optimize capacity, ensuring that tours, activities, and attractions are running at ideal occupancy levels throughout the year. It also creates opportunities for operators to introduce tiered experiences or add-ons, providing more personalised value to customers and driving further revenue growth. It's clear that while domestic tourism has led the recovery, international markets were poised for a strong rebound in 2024. However, large operators dominate the space, with smaller businesses still struggling to keep up, something we'll explore in greater depth as we move on. Moving on to key findings and market structure. The market is fragmented, with over 13,000 operators across both countries, Australia and New Zealand. Yet 90% of bookings come from the larger operators, serving more than 10,000 guests annually. This means smaller operators, despite making up the majority of businesses, are fighting for a sliver of the market. The rise in online booking is one of the most striking trends. In 23, 56% of all bookings were made online, up from 43% in 2019, with mobile bookings accounting for a significant share. This trend highlights the importance of digital marketing and mobile optimisation for tourism operators. The concentration of operators in regions like Queensland, New South Wales and Victoria also highlights where tourism demand is highest, with experiences tailored for local visitation showing the fastest growth. Focusing now on business performance post-pandemic. No surprise that the pandemic left a lasting mark and recovery has been uneven. 44% of operators report booking volumes above 2019 levels, but 1 in 4 still struggling to reach pre-pandemic performance. For many, domestic tourism has been the key to recovery. Activities like local tours, outdoor adventures, and cultural experiences have rebounded faster than those dependent on international visitors. Price increases have also helped businesses boost revenue, even with lower volumes. Yet dynamic pricing models, which, as mentioned earlier, adjust prices based on demand, remain underutilised, with only 4% of operators adopting dynamic pricing. So, what are the marketing strategies that are working? Marketing, as we know, is evolving rapidly, with social media driving many bookings. Facebook and Instagram are the most effective platforms reported, particularly for small operators, while larger businesses benefit from industry trade shows and conferences like the Australian Tourism Exchange, ATE. Interestingly, Google Things to Do, a relatively new platform, remains underutilised also, with only 30% of operators taking advantage of it. This leaves significant room for businesses to capture direct bookings by optimising their online presence and leveraging all of Google's tools, Google Business Profile, and including Google Things to Do. This leads us to look at the impact of booking software. Booking software has become essential for managing operations. Resty and FareHarbor lead the way, helping businesses streamline bookings across multiple online travel agents, or OTAs as we know them. While many operators express satisfaction with these systems, larger operators report lower satisfaction, indicating a need for more tailored solutions. The adoption of channel managers has also increased, with half of all operators now using them to handle bookings efficiently across multiple platforms. To take a step back, let's quickly take a minute to pause and clarify the difference between a channel manager and an online booking system, two essential tools for tourism operators, though they serve very distinct purposes. A channel manager is a system that syncs availability and pricing across multiple sales channels, like OTAs, such as Viator, Get Your Guide, and Airbnb. When a booking is made on one platform, the channel manager automatically updates the inventory across all other channels, preventing double bookings and reducing manual errors. It's a crucial tool for businesses that rely on multiple OTAs to reach a wider audience and ensure seamless real-time inventory management. On the other hand, an online booking system, sometimes referred to as a reservation or booking engine, manages direct bookings made through the operator's website or mobile app. It acts as a customer-facing portal where visitors can select dates, book activities, and often make payments. In addition to handling reservations, a good booking system provides customer management tools, payment processing, and reporting features. In short, a channel manager connects external platforms, ensuring your offerings are synced across multiple OTAs, while the online booking system manages direct bookings, helping you reduce reliance on third-party commissions and build customer relationship directly. When used together, these tools provide a powerful combo to maximize visibility, streamline operations, and drive both traffic directly and external booking efficiencies. Speaking of bookability though, let's not ignore key findings of a decline in small tourism businesses. A recent Austrade report reveals that between 2019 and 2023, 5,000 small tourism businesses closed. The majority of these were micro businesses with fewer than 5 employees. Larger businesses not only survived, but they thrived, growing during the same period. This trend emphasizes the importance of adaptability and need for small business readiness and desire to embrace technology, reduce reliance on OTAs, and focus on direct bookings to stay competitive. Final key takeaways and action plan. Let's wrap up with some clear actions based on these insights from both the Arrival and the Austrade reports. What we can learn from the research and take away to do in our operations. Invest in direct booking channels to make your website and your mobile applications the primary booking platform for your experiences. Explore dynamic pricing models to capture peak demand and offer flexible rates. Also to do is use booking software and channel managers to optimize operations and reduce reliance on manual processes. And of course, leverage social media marketing, especially Instagram and Facebook, for local engagement. Some key takeaways of what not to do. Don't rely solely on OTAs to minimize commission impact by diversifying your channels, your booking channels. Don't ignore new tools like Google Things to Do. By adopting early could give you a real competitive edge. And last but not least, what needs to be changed is, if it hasn't already, of course, shift to mobile first strategies. With mobile bookings continuing on the rise, optimization is critical. Diversify your marketing approach. Use a mix of search, ads, blogs, influencer marketing, and of course video to expand your reach. Monitor performance closely. Use analytics to adapt quickly to changing trends in your operations. The key message here is proactive adaptation. Operators who stay ahead of the trends, fingers on the pulse, and embrace change will thrive in this ever-evolving, changing landscape. And that's a wrap, my beautiful tourism brothers and sisters, looking at the evolution of the experience economy in Australia and New Zealand. I hope these insights have inspired you to think about something new or change something up, to take action, to try something and explore new ways to grow your business. Remember, research is only valuable if it leads to action. I hope taking the time to unpack this has been helpful. The full reports from Arrival and Austrade, of course, I will share in the show notes for you to do your own delving. And thank you again. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this episode of the Tourism Hub podcast, brought to you by the Institute of Excellence, your school for small business greatness in tourism and small business operations in any industry. Until next time, my friends, stay curious, stay adventurous, and let's continue building a stronger tourism industry together. And if you haven't, I have to say this, if you haven't, subscribe to wherever you're listening to this podcast from. Please hit a little subscribe so you don't miss what's coming up. And there's a lot of gold coming up. And also to let me know that someone's listening out there. I would love to hear from you. All right. Big love. Thanks again. And I'll see you next time. Bye.